Hey, what's going on, people? It's been a while, and we're finally getting episode 18 out of Metal Drive Hoops. We are live on YouTube on the Experience channel as well as the Facebook page and Twitter. What's going on, everybody? A happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. I am Drew, and joining me here as always, that's you, Tony. Anyways, so while we're waiting on Tony to introduce himself, what's up, Mike?
Yeah, how's it going?
Not much. I don't know what happened to Tony. I was introducing him, and then he just I don't know what happened. But what's going on, man? It's been a while.
Nothing much.
Okay, why you sound muffled?
I do.
Yeah, you sound a little muffled.
What about now?
Oh, you sound better. You sound more clear. But did you happen to see the draft lottery?
No, I didn't watch it.
I did.
I,
Now that
I
now that
saw. I was just gonna say I saw the Wizards get the top pick.
okay, so
Oh, wow.
Tony didn't see it. So I have the whole list here. I kind of wish you didn't spoil that, so that way I can surprise him.
Sorry.
Start
But
for 14.
yeah, 14, top 14. So I guess we can get into it all already. So the NBA draft lottery occurred today. It was on ESPN. It was around like 2 p.m. And we now see who the top 14 teams are in the NBA draft. And let's just get it going. So number 14 is the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, wow. That sucks for them.
Okay. Number 13, the Miami Heat.
Okay.
All right. Number 12, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Okay. Number 11, the Golden State Warriors. Number 10, the Milwaukee Bucks. Number 9, the Dallas Mavericks. Number 8, the Atlanta Hawks. Number 7, the Sacramento Kings. Number 6, the Brooklyn Nets. And number 5, it went to the LA Clippers after the trade with Indiana. So LA was able to steal Indiana's pick. So number 4 was the Chicago Bulls. Number 3 was the Memphis Grizzlies. Number 2 was the Utah Jazz. So the reason why Utah, Memphis, and Chicago were able to were able to automatically move up into the top 4 spots was because of some trades that they made with other teams. So, but yeah, number 2 is the Utah Jazz, and number 1 is the Washington Wizards, who had the worst record in the whole league. So, any thoughts about that?
I got nothing.
Tony? Anthony, are you even there? Hello?
Technical issues.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, it makes sense for a team that had a bad record to get a top draft pick because that's kind of the way it should go. As opposed to last year when the Dallas Mavericks had the number 1 pick and they were a playoff team. So I do also want to kind of bring up the non-tanking rules, and Tony's gone, so he really did have technical issues, I guess, but I'm fine with it. I mean, because the whole point of this draft is to help out teams that aren't very good. So I mean, good for Washington. Obviously, good for the other teams. Good for Chicago and Utah and Memphis. Yo,
Yo.
okay. But yeah, Tony, what are your thoughts on Washington getting the number 1 draft pick?
Is a little underwhelming. It would have been a lot of drama if the OKC landed in the top 4, and a lot of teams wouldn't have liked that. So it was a little less dramatic. I mean, I was hoping we might see something crazy like that, so teams can stop, making dumb trades during the season, but it didn't end up like that. So little underwhelming, kind of fell to the worst teams in the league. And, they got rewarded for tanking. So, um, yeah, a little underwhelming. Washington Wizards with the number 1 pick. We'll see what they can do, but I don't really see anything, too promising with the Wizards. They're saying AJ Desponsa is going to be the number 1 pick, and then from there you got the dude from Kansas that always acts like he's injured. And I forgot that dude's name, but
Was it Darren Peterson?
yeah.
Wait. He always acts like he's injured.
Yeah, he sat out a whole lot of games where like he played like the first half, and then like he'll just be like, "Oh, I have a cramp or I have a stomach ache," and then he won't play like the rest of the game. So that's like, he's like,
Do you remember in March Madness when like you would randomly get notifications being like your starting point guard can't play because he has an injured ankle?
I don't remember that.
Like you would randomly lose your star player for like a extended period of time because like, oh, they tore their ACL, they're going to be out for the whole year. It's like, when did they fucking tear their ACL?
Yeah.
Or one of them would be like they were caught cheating on their tests.
I did love that game though, March Madness. They didn't bring that back. It was a classic.
Hey, I like your team.
And I was playing with the UTSA Roadrunners. I was trying to get recruits there. It was impossible. I remember that.
I remember I did that, and like I just played with a bunch of scrubs, and I was like still good. And you're like,
Yeah.
how are you winning with all these bad players?
Dude, I remember this. I know we're going off the subject, but there's this one recruit that was like a 5-star recruit. I think he was like 6'10", 6'11". He can dribble, he can handle, he can shoot. And I kept on resetting the game so he'll commit to my school. Dude, I tell you, I had to do it like 100 times in order for him to commit to my school. It was impossible. But yeah, it was pretty fun trying to get random recruits and, visits and stuff like that. That was pretty fun. Bring that game back.
I mean, they brought back NCAA college football.
Yeah, true.
So, I mean, who like there's no reason why they can't bring back March Madness. Just
yeah.
But I kind of wanted to bring something else up because you brought up tanking. So, starting next year, in next year's draft, they implemented a new anti-taking rule. So, starting with the 2027 draft, the NBA is implementing a new 3-2-1 lottery system designed to curb intentional losing by punishing the bottom 3 teams with fewer lottery balls. The lottery will expand to 16 teams, with the worst 3 records only. With the worst 3 records only receiving 2 balls. 5.4 chance at number 2 or number 1. Compared to 3 balls, 8.1 chance for teams 4 to 10. Reduced odds for worst teams. The 3 teams with the worst records, known as the relegation zone, are penalized with only 2 lottery balls each, giving them a 5.4 chance of the top pick. Better odds for middling teams. Teams with the 4th through 10 worst records who missed the play-in receive 3 lottery balls, granting them higher 8.1% odds to win the top pick than the worst teams. Lottery expansion, I already mentioned that. Draft pick protections, the bottom 3 teams have a floor with their pick, meaning they can fall no further than the 12th pick, while others can fall to the 16th pick. Consecutive pick restrictions. Teams are forbidden from winning the number 1 overall pick in consecutive years and cannot secure a top 5 pick in 3 consecutive years. Play-in inclusion. Teams in the 9th and 10th positions have a 5.4 chance, while 7th and 8th play-in losers have a 2.7 chance. League authority. The NBA Commissioner's Office holds increased authority to punish teams found to be tanking, including reducing lottery odds, moving picks to the end of the draft, or issuing a multi-million-dollar fine. So, what do you think about that?
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah,
Anything that can deter tanking is good. I don't think we're going to be in that system for over a decade. I think we're good for a while. I don't think we're going to need to do that. But hey, we got Wemby out of it, so we. I'm not going to say we haven't dipped our hands in the cookie jar,
right.
but I'm glad they passed this rule after the fact. So, what about you, Mike?
Yeah, I think it's a good deterrent to help prevent teams from trying to tank. Although some teams seem to be tanking either way, whether they're trying to or not. Like the Wizards getting all those top picks. What was it, the Cavs?
Yeah, there was a point where the Cavs got like the number 1 pick 2 years in a row.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they got Kyrie Irving 1 year, and the next year they got Anthony Bennett.
Backfired.
Yeah, and that backfired like massively. I'm fine with this. I'm totally fine with this because it makes the draft mean something, and players that are not players. Well, yeah, players too, because like a lot of these players that are like the number 1 pick, number 2 pick, number 3 pick, they have a lot of pressure on them, because they're all seen as the saviors of these dying franchises, and a lot of these players do seem like they're kind of set up to fail. There's been some players that were great in college, but then you get them in the NBA season with a certain team that has a very, and they just play like complete shit. And it's not so much on the player, it's just on the team structure. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like when Christian Laettner, who was a huge player in college, gets to the NBA, never really has that kind of aura that he had back in college, mainly because he was playing with bad teams. But yeah, this is good for the league. I think it's kind of a long time coming, and it's something that should have happened a long time ago, but it's happening now. So, do you guys have any closing thoughts on it?
Nah.
No.
All right. But yeah, the draft will be next month. It'll be 2 nights. Night 1 will be the first round. Night 2 will be the second round. So, but if you guys had to pick who number 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever, whoever they're going to be, who would you pick?
Well, it's going to be AJ Desponsa. He's going to be number 1. Me personally, I like that dude, Acuna. I think that's his name. He's a point guard or like a shooting guard.
Right.
Am I saying? Oh no, Acuff. Darius Acuff. I like Acuff.
Is Boozer not in it anymore?
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
Top
okay.
5. He can be top 5, top 4. And
He's
yeah, that'd
definitely going to be up there.
Yeah, and that'll be my third right there, Carlos Boozer, because I'm a dookie. Go ahead, Mike.
I basically agree with what Tony said, except I think Boozer will be a little bit higher. I think he'll be second pick at least.
Cam.
From what I heard, the top 4 are going to be that AJ kid, Boozer, Peterson, and Caleb Wilson. Who Caleb Wilson? He's from UNC. He's 6'10". So yeah, but it kind of seems like that AJ kid is going to be number 1. Peterson's going to be number 2. Boozer's going to be number 3, and Peterson's going to be 4.
I can't believe they're going to draft that dude Peterson so high. Oof.
Again, I don't know much about him. I just kind of know what I know, which is very little. But this isn't the first time I've kind of heard, mixed things about him, because I remember hearing Stephen A. Smith kind of going like, yeah, I wouldn't pick him at number 1.
Yeah. If he's already going to be coming into the league injured, we've already seen a track record of that. People coming in injured, like, Zion and stuff like that. It tends to carry over. So that's one thing to look out for.
Yeah. But anyways, let's kind of switch gears. So the New York Knicks have officially swept the Philadelphia 76ers, and they are moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals, where
Wow.
they will await the winner of Detroit and Cleveland. Last night, the Oklahoma City Thunder beat the LA Lakers. Now they're currently up 3-0. And of course, tonight our San Antonio, actually in probably like an hour, like an hour, our San Antonio Spurs are currently at 2-1 against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and it's gonna be a big game in Minnesota. in Minnesota, and if they win, they go back home on Tuesday and have a chance to close it out. But I guess your overall thoughts on first. Let's say the Spurs for last, but uh, first things first. New York advancing to the conference finals for the second year in a row.
Yeah. Well, mhm.
What do you think about that, and possibly them going up against either Detroit or Cleveland?
Well, if freaking Joel Anal Embiid will freaking play, then they would have probably got like 1 or 2 games or whatever. But Tyrese Maxey and can't do it all. He's just not dependable, man. He just, I don't know. There's a stat that came out that he has missed more games than he's played in his whole entire career. So the best ability is availability, and he's not available, and that hurts his team. So if me personally, I would be looking to probably come off of him this off season and see what I can get for him, because it's a trend. You're just not gonna. He's not gonna play back to backs, and I don't think he's ever played in Denver. I don't know if it's because of the mile high or whatever, the temperature or whatever out there, but he's just not available. So I feel sorry for Tyrese Maxey, because Tyrese Maxey's my guy. I like him. But yeah, he can only do so much, and I think they need to be looking to move off of Joel Embiid.
Yeah, Joel he's kind of donezo, pretty much. The guy can't stay healthy. I mean,
yeah,
didn't he like miss the first 2 years of his career?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the guy cannot stay healthy. I mean, when he's healthy, he's dominant.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the, if not the most dominant center in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But right on cue, the guy just always, that train is never late. The guy always seems to get hurt, and I don't mean to make fun of him, but because I feel sorry for the guy, but it's just like, what else can you do with this guy? I mean, you obviously can't trade him because no one's going to want to take on all that baggage.
Yeah.
Maxey, I didn't even know that fact about Maxey until you brought that up. Edgecombe has a future ahead of him, but it's just like, what else? Like, what else does Philly have?
Yeah, Paul George, but he's just but not even worth talking about that dude.
It's amazing how the Clippers gave up, like, or no, what was it? Yeah, the Clippers gave up a shit ton of draft picks, all for Paul George.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, "Oh, we'll give you Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's a young guy." And look at where they're at now. I mean, granted, the Clippers have a draft pick finally this year, but that was because of like happenstance. So, yeah, Mike, how do you feel about New York and also Philly's future?
New York seems to be, they're playing a lot better defense than any of the teams they've gone up against in these first 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
The 76ers were really, honestly, they're terrible. Playoff P had 15 points in the first quarter and then 0 the rest of the game. Like, he disappeared, like,
shit.
And the 76ers were not ready for that.
More like playoff penis.
Playoff pussy.
He definitely wasn't hitting it after that.
Except in his case, he's not wet; he's dry.
Yeah. And Embiid was definitely a letdown. Even in the games he played, they did better when he was off the court than when he was on the court. Dominique Barlow, who's an ex-Spurs player, actually did better in my opinion, when he was on the court than Embiid did, especially on the defensive end.
Oh, and I want to say that. Okay, I don't mean to interject, dude. Embiid's defense has tailed off. It is tailed off. He used to be one of the elite rim protectors, defenders in the league, dude. I'm looking at his defense now. He's not sliding over. He's letting people just lay. He's not the same anymore on the defensive end.
I've been watching this series, and yeah, his defense, especially in the interior, is just really, really bad. Like they need a defensive presence if they're gonna play him, and they need to get him help on the defensive end because he's not good defensively in any aspect anymore. Even though he still wrecks on offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they did the whole trust the process thing, but I guess they're gonna have to restart that shit. It's like trust the process. ... again. So, but yeah, you got Detroit and Cleveland on one side, which that looks like it could go 6 or 7 games. But I think Detroit's gonna pull it out.
I have a comment.
Go ahead.
Man, dude, James Harden, this whole playoffs right now, he has 43 turnovers. I'm talking about how do you fall off a cliff that bad during the playoffs? Like you're an amazing start in the regular season. For some reason, when you start in the playoffs, man, this guy, I think he sabotages games. I'm just looking at him like his game looks that bad when he's in the playoffs. I'm literally just looking. I'm like, dude, I feel like you are sabotaging like your team. Like, I don't know if you want to be on the court or you're trying to get somewhere else, or you feel like the playoffs is wasting your personal time. But that's honestly what I think about him. I think he is sabotaging the team. Like, I don't think he gives it his all. I think he's half-heartedly. I don't know. I don't feel like he wants to play in the playoffs. And go ahead. You got it.
He's been trash until the last game. He hit those 3 straight shots in clutch. That was actually pretty impressive. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I mean, this has kind of always been the story of James Harden's life. I mean, back when he was in Houston. I mean, there was that one year, it was in 2015. It was like the conference finals against Golden State. Game 7, he just completely disappears. Game 7, against San Antonio, or not Game 7. It was Game 6 against San Antonio, where the previous game Kawhi Leonard got hurt, and then they were playing in Houston, and it was an elimination game with no Kawhi Leonard, and San Antonio just beat the shit out of them because James Harden just again disappeared, couldn't show up. The year after that, Game 7 against Golden State. I think it was either the year after that, or year after that, Game 7 against Golden State. They don't have Chris Paul, and again, James Harden just disappears. Got the guy just for whatever reason in big clutch moments doesn't want to show up.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, so it's almost surprising when he does actually show up and hit clutch shots. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? It's wild.
Yeah. Hello?
I could hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So and that's another thing. So you don't know what you're getting. You're gonna get a mixed bag from him, and I just don't trust him. And unfortunately, Donovan Mitchell has to play with that. I thought he was gonna unlock their 2 centers, Jared Allen and Mobley, because what he did with Zubac in LA. I was like, oh, this could be a match made in heaven. He's able to unlock big man, but maybe I don't know. Chemistry's off, and I just don't see it. But yeah, I got the Pistons finishing out that series.
Yeah, Pistons probably gonna win.
Yeah.
They have better defense.
Talk about that Lakers series.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was having some problems with my mic. Anyways, continue.
No,
And
we're waiting for the Laker theories.
The Lakers have been. Well, no one's. Is anyone really surprised that they've struggled? So
No. Yeah, the Lakers are just not. Again, I think even if they had Luka, they still wouldn't have won. I mean, they would have at least won maybe a few games, but the Lakers just aren't good defensively. Ayton is trash. You can't win a championship with Luka and Matt Reeves in your backcourt because they don't play defense. Luka spends more time complaining to the refs. LeBron's 41, and yeah, he can still put up good numbers, but he sure as shit can't do it on his own. And Matt Reeves, for whatever reason, wants a max contract, even though he can't play for shit in the playoffs.
Yeah, and all those LeBron GOAT, debaters. This needs to be a strike on his resume. The dude's getting swept, against the freaking Oklahoma City Thunder. Like, dude, this is, when you're going against, could be compared against the best of the best. Like, these are the type of things that matter. You know what I'm saying? You can't just overlook the dude getting swept. You know what I'm saying? And you're supposed to be the greatest player of all time. If you're the greatest player of all time, you got to be able to at least get me one or two. That's just my opinion. And, that's something that needs to be looked at.
No, I mean, no, you're right. I mean, I personally, I don't have a GOAT in particular. I don't really think there is such a thing as a GOAT, but it's just like people want to look at LeBron as their GOAT, as, they're the greatest of all time or whatever. And to me, it's just, I just don't see it. I personally don't see it. I mean, yeah, I know every league is different. Every era is different. The rules are always going to be different. But, and I hate to be that guy, but it's like, I don't recall Jordan ever getting swept. Yeah. I think in Jordan's whole career, he's only had one Game 7 in the playoffs.
He's had no Game 7s.
No, he had one. It was against the Indiana Pacers.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was 98, bro.
I thought he never had a Game 7.
No, it was look it up, dude. Game 7 against the Indiana Pacers.
It might have been in the finals. In the finals, he's never had a Game 7. That's
okay. In the finals, but I'm talking about like in the playoffs in general.
Okay.
That was his only.
That's still impressive. That was
still only Game 7 against Indiana. That was the one where Reggie pushed him off and made that game-winning 3. So, but yeah, LeBron. I mean, look back in 2011 when he was with the Heat, he had that monumental collapse. When they were up, I think 2-1 against Dallas, and I think in the deciding game, LeBron only had 11 points. And they won back-to-back championships, but let's be real, Ray Allen saved one of those.
That is true.
I mean, granted, Popovich took Duncan out of the final play of the game for whatever fucking reason.
What was his reasoning for that? What did he say?
I don't know. I really don't know. And for whatever reason, he blamed Danny Green for it. And I don't know why, because I'm like, your lineup was small and you took out your starting big man. Why? That just made no sense. But all in all, I'm going to go with my theory. Ray Allen saved his career. And then, they got to he ended up taking Cleveland to the finals 11,000 times in a row. But only won one championship and got his ass beat every single year by Golden State. And we were forced to watch every fucking year of the same NBA finals. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers have to overcome the odds against the Golden State Warriors, and they get their ass beat. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't care what anyone says. Those finals are boring. Those are the most boring, pretentious NBA finals I ever watched.
Which ones?
The fucking every year it was the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Golden State Warriors.
Oh yeah.
And everybody go ahead.
Usually the Western Conference finals would be better than the actual finals in those years.
Yeah, and every year people would have to pretend that they were excited to watch it, and it's like, I know goddamn well you don't want to watch this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. But yeah, LeBron, I don't know if I would say his legacy is tainted with a lot of these losses because people tend to glob on more to the good things that he did instead of paying attention to. Yeah, he has a lot of NBA Finals losses compared to a lot of legends who you somehow rank over them. And it just seems like I can't really think of a legend like him that always needs help on his team. And then when something goes wrong, the blame never goes on him. The blame goes on another player or another coach. Like, how many coaches has this guy been through?
Like over a dozen. There was a stat that came out that he has gotten fired the most coaches in NBA history.
Hold on, I'm gonna look that up. Keep talking because I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, and check this out, guys. When he goes to the Cavaliers this offseason, how many more superstars will this dude have played with if he goes play with LaDonovan and Harden?
I don't think he's going to Cleveland.
He's not going to go there.
Where's he going? He's not staying in LA. He wore out his welcome.
I don't think Cleveland can afford him.
He's not getting a max I don't know why this dude thinks he's still going to be walking around at 42 getting a $45 million contract for 1 year. That doesn't make any sense to me. He just not. Nobody's going to pay that much for a 43-year-old.
There's people saying he can go to Golden State, but I'm like, to do what?
And then Jimmy Butler's going to be nursing that injury, so he's not even going to be available. I think he might be out for the whole season. I don't know.
Yeah, and then Curry's not the Curry. I mean, obviously Curry can still get his points, but he's getting hurt a lot. Yeah. Draymond Green is the second option. That kind of tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone's trying to hype it up like, oh, he's gonna go to Golden State and form a super team. It's like, no, they're old. Stop.
That wouldn't be a super team at all.
No, it's not a super team if guys are in their mid to late 30s.
And unfortunately for him, he's so old in his career right now. It doesn't matter where he goes because he's not where he was, 5 to 10 years ago. Where if he would make this move, he can move the needle. Like now, it's more like he's a liability. I'm sorry to say, at this point in his career, he's a liability. And I mean, just talking about it generally, just how much money he's going to cost, and they could sub that in for somebody at 25 years old that can do the same thing he does, and probably give you more on the defensive end. So he's in a weird situation, and I think he just needs to hang it up. It's just like, dude, I don't understand. Dude, just retire. Like, what is there to do? Like, just hang it up. But I think I don't know. He's just trying to milk as much money out of the NBA. That's what it looks like. I mean, because I can't really tell you what else. I mean, he's got all the stats. There's nothing to be had anymore for you. And I don't see you winning a championship on whatever team you're going to be on.
No.
What do you think, Mike?
I think he still has good efficiency, but I think if he's going to be the first or second option, the team is going to be trash. Yeah. Like I think he needs to go somewhere where he's like the third option. And also the team that he does go to, they need to be a defensive team because he cannot play that great a defense. I know he still gets some chase down blocks here and there, but overall his defense isn't that good anymore. So I think he would have to be on a good defensive team, like Detroit or the Knicks.
He's not coming here. Don't say that.
No,
I didn't say that. I did not say that. Did you hear me say that? Fuck that.
I mean, you did want Kawhi back.
I do want Kawhi back. I'll stand by that. He won't come back, but I'll stand by it.
But anyways, I found the list. Of every coach that LeBron James has played with in the NBA. The Cleveland Cavaliers, his first stint, his first 2 years, he played with Paul Silas. He was out. From 2005 to 2010 or 2010, Mike Brown. Yeah, good old Mike Brown. Miami Heat, Eric Spoelstra. I mean, he's still there. He's still there to this day. So Good for Spo. Cleveland Cavaliers, his second stint. His first 2 years was David Blatt.
Got him up out of there.
And then his last 2 years was Tyronn Lue, who, to his credit, Tyronn Lue actually like stood up to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I think he called him. He told him to shut the fuck up during a timeout. Yeah, Tyronn Lue, he's kind of a badass. He doesn't like let anyone fuck with him. Then you get to the Lakers. First season, Luke Walton only lasted 1 season. Frank Vogel won a championship in 2020, then gets fired.
And I don't even count that bubble championship. Freaking none of the damn superstars wanted to show up. And I wanted to say something else real quick. It was so bad that year. I remember that Tyronn Lue had to go on a sabbatical during the season. Go ahead.
Darvin Ham from 2022 to 2024 got fired. And then now JJ Redick, who his background includes coaching his son's middle school basketball team. I don't give a fuck. I think LeBron chose him.
Yeah, of course. They're on a podcast together.
Yeah, they did the. What the fuck was that? Yeah, they did a podcast together. Like, come on. Like, that's some shady shit. I'm surprised the league never looked into it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I can probably guess why, because fucking LeBron. But yeah, and also there's also some other facts. Interim mentions. He briefly played under Brendan Malone and with Cleveland in 2005, and John Custer, who filled in for Mike Brown during a 1-game suspension. Again, useless facts, which I had to bring that up. But yeah, I've been saying this, I think, all season long. I think LeBron does need to hang it up, because what team is going to give him a max contract? Nobody's going to give him a max contract. Like, Cleveland sure as shit ain't going to do it. I don't think Cleveland is willing to give up players for LeBron just to sign him, because I don't know their contract situations.
Well, they have 2 max contracts already, Harden and LaDonovan. So, and then they got to worry about Mobley. He's an all-star too. So they're not going to undercut him. Go ahead.
But yeah, like, they're not, like you said, they're not going to undercut him. I'm pretty sure they're not going to take a pay cut just to bring in LeBron, just bring in a 41-year-old LeBron. And yes, I know he puts up big numbers, but again, he's 41 years old. Are you really going to give a 41-year-old man on max contract? No, you're not. So I don't know what LeBron does. I don't know who's going to give him a max contract. But I just think he should call it a day. He literally has nothing to prove. Nothing at all. Like, at all. At this point, he's just stat padding.
Yeah.
Because he's never going to win a championship. It's like, there's that line that Skip Bayless had about him, where he's already lost the race to compete with Michael Jordan. Now he's just trying to compete with Michael B. Jordan. So, he needs to call it a day, and his son needs to not play anymore, like, ever.
That part. Yeah, he ain't gonna be able to have that shield anymore when his father leaves. I wonder what's gonna happen when. Yeah, that's actually a good scenario. Whenever LeBron leaves the Lakers this season, what are they gonna do with his son? That's funny.
They're gonna cut his ass, trade his ass, do whatever the fuck, because he sucks.
Yeah,
he's terrible. Like, he's just not good at all. He wasn't even good before. Like, I know he had that cardiac episode on the court, and yeah, I'm not trying to like downplay that, but even before that, he wasn't good.
Yeah.
And the only reason why he got where he's at was because of his dad. Like, and I've always said before, like, nepotism, as long as you're good at what you do, it doesn't matter. In this case, this is nepotism. Like, this is a clear-cut definition of nepotism.
Yeah.
This is like this is the definition of nepotism. Of like, I'm not trying to say it's not good to have some advantages because of who you're related to or who you know. But in this case, this dude is getting more advantages than most people have ever gotten in their life.
He got a guaranteed contract as a rookie.
Yeah. He was the 55th pick over guys that actually had better seasons than him in college.
Yeah.
He's fucking terrible. He's the Hey Arnold pass the ball to Tucker episode.
Yeah.
He's that bad.
He'll fizzle out.
What was that?
He'll fizzle out.
Yeah, as soon as his dad's out, he'll have nothing to latch on to. He'll be playing in China with the Shanghai Ducks or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on. So obviously the Spurs are playing tonight, game 4. They're currently up 2-1 after dropping game 1, which, looking back on it, I told this with Tony. It's just like it was a weird game because you had Wemby, who broke a record for having the most blocks in an NBA playoff game with 12. Still had a triple-double, but didn't shoot the ball that well. Actually shot 0 for 8 from threes, which I hate. I hated the fact that he was taking 8 threes. That was kind of my big caveat. Fox was playing god-awful. Champagny had a decent game. Harper had a really good game, so that was kind of the glass half full. Vassell had a good game. At the end of the day, it came down to a possible game-winning 3 by Champagny, where they only lost by 2.
I like that shot for him.
I like that shot too.
Yeah, because I would rather have him shoot a 3 than a 2. He takes 70% of his shots as 3-pointers. So you asked the question, would you rather have him take a 2 or a 3? And then if you look very, very closely at the end of the game, the Timberwolves were expecting a timeout because they were pulling up their shorts and everything. So he took the 3. He missed it, but I think it was a good shot for him. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I like them not taking the timeout because that gives the Timberwolves time to set up their defense and pushing the ball up the court. Champagny had a good fake, which got his defender off of him, and he got a wide open 3. So, and you're talking about literally the best 3-point shooter on our team who just broke records for 3-point shooting. Like, you live with that. It's hard to be upset when you get that good of a look. I think he would make it if he had it again, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of my thing of like originally I was like, wait, why aren't they taking a timeout? And then I'm like, yeah, that's probably the best looking shot you're gonna get. Like you just said, Mike, if they had called a timeout, Minnesota would have had time to think of a defensive, plan. In that case, the Spurs threw him off because they're like, oh, what are we supposed to do? And then, Champagny was able to fake out Anthony Edwards. Even Edwards, the after game interview, he was like, I'm mad because I let him get open. I didn't think I played that well. I let him get open. Luckily they came back in game 2, with a lot of ferocity, where they beat them by 38 points. Like the game was over by the second quarter.
That was an ass whooping.
That was a straight up. That was a murder. that was a murder, dude. And everybody played well. Obviously, Wemby played well. Fox played well. Even guys playing in garbage minutes played well. Barnes had 12 points. Now, by that time, they were already up by 40. And then you got to literally see everybody play. You even got to see Tony, your boy, Mason Plumlee.
And Olenek. Isn't Olenek making more than Wemby?
Olenek?
Olenek, 13 million. Isn't he making like 13 million?
Ah, I didn't know that.
That's going to change pretty soon.
Probably this season. It's after this season. It's going to change.
Speaking of Max, again, Wemby's is going to own like part of San Antonio. Yeah, I mean, they got that win, and then game 3, which was kind of a nail biter to watch it from beginning, middle, end, because in the beginning the Spurs couldn't miss any shots, and Minnesota couldn't make shots, and then Minnesota just went on this huge fucking run, and 2 quarters, and for like the end of the first and second, they hit 2 buzzer beaters. Overall, it was still a close game because the Spurs never let up. They never gave up. They didn't panic. They just kept playing their game and they adjusted. And then the fourth quarter happens, and that's when Wemby shines. Wemby goes off. He had, 39 points, 15 boards, and 4 blocks. And he's in the same company with Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaq, and then there's someone else that had those kind of numbers in a playoff game. So Wemby showed up. He didn't rely too many on threes. Like he hit 3 big threes, but he was also, taking Gobert into the post, and even using a Hakeem move that Hakeem taught him.
And he was roughing. He was doing up Julian Randle.
That was great.
Yeah, it was all around performance, and he's just showing why he is who he is. And let's give credit to the other players too. Like Fox looked good the last game. Harper looked good. Castle, getting in altercations with Jaden McDaniels, and
I love it.
Tough mindedness. Like we're not a pushover. Like team got some grit, and we got some players that want to get it.
Yeah, I love it because like the Spurs of old, they just would have been nice guys about it and just walk away. I like this new young gritty Spurs team. This feisty, fiery Spurs team that's not going to take shit from anyone. Castle isn't going to take shit from anyone. Keldon Johnson's fucking chirpy. Like Keldon Johnson's like over there yelling at Anthony Edwards, like, I got you. Like I think he feels like I got your bitch ass after one play.
Yeah.
I love Keldon. Cowboy Keldon.
Yeah.
Love him. Yeah. Harper's not afraid of the challenge. Fox, he had a really good game also last game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Wemby, he's playing like a superstar, and it's almost like ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
You would have expected this to happen in like year 4 or 5 or even 6, but he's in year 3.
Mm-hmm.
And it's scary for the rest of the league.
Yeah.
Like it almost seems like he knows what he needs to work on.
Yeah.
And if someone can teach themselves that quickly, or just teach themselves in general what I need to work on, then if you're playing against this guy, you better be scared.
Yeah.
It's almost, and I hate to like make comparisons, and people can call me crazy. It's like how opponents felt like when they had to play against Jordan,
mm-hmm.
where it's like, oh shit, Jordan's in town, he's gonna embarrass me in front of my whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's gonna be Wemby. They call him the alien for a reason.
I want to say this real quick. We're winning these games, but the way we're closing them out is like a veteran team. Like I feel like we have a lot of poise, and our youth hasn't really shown that much, other than the losses that we had. I just think we are poised, which is weird. Like we're ahead of schedule. I'm just surprised. This is a lot of these. This is Keldon Johnson's first playoff. This is Vassal's first playoff, and they're just acting like it's just another game. So I'm just surprised about the poise.
I mean, I guess it's just this new generation, because Castle, he won a championship in college before he came to the league. Wemby was winning championships, in France when he was just a teenager. So the fact that those guys have that much confidence and they're this young, like they haven't even hit their prime yet, and that's scary for the rest of the league. Castle is going to be a guaranteed all-star either next season or the year after. I mean, I'll say next season. He's going to be an all-star next season. And then you got Carter Bryant, who could possibly be a starter next season if he keeps playing the way he's playing. It's just this team has found so much gold in the 7 years that they've missed the playoffs, because it all started with Keldon Johnson, who was putting up all-star numbers, but he was on a bad team. And then they get Devin Vassell, who is a great wingman. Like that guy's in some ways kind of the unsung hero of the team.
His defense intensity is crazy. He's sliding his feet.
Yeah, like that. Just that what is it, that slide in jumper at the top of the key? Like that's almost like he can't miss it. And then in the draft, they get, guys like Stephon Castle. They get obviously Wemby. They get Carter Bryant. And, Wemby is obviously Wemby's the guy, but getting Stephen Castle is probably the best pickup that they can get, because this guy can play. He can play point guard, shooting guard, and small forward. Like in all actuality, the starting lineup should be Castle at small forward, Harper at shooting guard, and Fox at point guard. Like that should be the starting lineup. But I don't want to rock the boat just yet. But eventually, I do think it's going to lead to Castle and Harper being the starting backcourt.
Fox only has about a couple more years.
Yeah, nothing against Fox, but like this just seems like the way to go. It just seems eventually that's just where they're going to go. It's been like that with every point guard in Spurs history, because it was Avery Johnson, and then they brought in Tony Parker, and Tony Parker took over the point guard position, and eventually they got DeJounte Murray, and then he took over the starting point guard position. So I'm just happy about this team. I haven't been this happy about this team, obviously, in a while, but they're going to be winning. They're going to have a lot of winning years for a lot of years to come. Knock on wood, unless something bad happens, but I don't see it happening, because this is a well-oiled machine. And I'm happy to see where this goes. I think tonight, if the Spurs can still play the way they played the last game, if Wemby can figure out ways to have those kind of games tonight, because it almost seems like he solved the Wolves' defensive scheme against them, because the Wolves were making sure to neutralize them in the paint, and then he realized what they were doing, and
they're being physical with him.
Yeah, he was able to. He even has like bruises on his arm.
Yeah,
after a game, like that's how physical they were being, and then he figured that out.
Did you see him practicing the way he was practicing? Wemby, they were beating him up, like they were being physical with on purpose, in preparation against the Wolves. Yeah, I saw. There's a clip of that. Did you see that?
Oh,
Mike?
yeah. Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So I don't know. Again, it's just like obviously Wemby, try not to rely too much on, sticking out in the 3-point line or just blocking so many shots, and just play your game. Fox obviously needs to have a big game. I think Fox is the one where he needs to have a good game every game, because he's the best scorer on the team, and by all accounts he's the second best player on the team. Castle, I don't think he has anything to worry about, just stay out of foul trouble. Keldon, I really want to see a big game out of him. I really do. And I can't tell if he's just not getting enough shots, or I don't know what, but I need to see a bigger game out of him. And Champagne, I need to see a big game out of. But that's all I got.
Okay.
But what do you get? Do you guys have anything else to add about that?
I've really enjoyed Carter Bryant's defense. I think he deserves more minutes in these playoffs. But for someone who doesn't have time,
Mike, we can't hear you.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah, you sound muffled again.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, I was just saying that I really like Carter Bryant. I think his defense will be a big factor in these playoffs, and I like when he plays next to Wemby. Yeah, and basically Harper had his first bad game in the last game, so I expect him to play better tonight.
Yeah, they're utilizing Carter Bryant in the trapping scheme with Edwards. As soon as Edwards crosses the court, bro, there is a trap waiting for him, and they can't solve that.
I think that's working, because when they try to play him straight up one-on-one, That was kind of the problem when they realized they just need to trap him and double team him. I mean, he still scores Jesus Christ, he still scored 32 points in the last game. But another factor is that he's not 100%. He has 2 bad knees, and the fact that he's able to still score 32 points with 2 bad knees is still pretty impressive. But Jaden McDaniels, he's not really having that good. He didn't really have a good game last game. Shannon was, I thought had an okay game, but yeah, Go Bear is not traditional. He's more of a defensive player. He's not a post up scorer. But it kind of just seems like Edwards is going to be the guy that carries the heavy load.
Hey, it's not our fault that they wanted to bring him back early.
No, I know that. Yeah. I was shocked that he came back this early, but he's the Wolverine apparently.
There you go. So, hey man, go ahead and stick it out and go ahead and play, bro. So, I don't feel sorry for him.
I mean, I'm not trying to say I feel sorry for him. I'm just like, damn, why are you playing?
Yeah.
You probably should have just not played at all and risk being out for an extended period of time next season.
Yeah, or came in on game three, and then you probably would have been solid. But yeah, they rushed him back.
Yeah. All right, guys. The game starts in 30 minutes. Is there anything else you want to bring up before we call it a day?
I'm good.
I hope they do the same thing as last game where, they double Edwards or double Ant and, make it hard for McDaniels because that seemed to work pretty well, even though the game was close. Going to need Wemby to close again tonight, especially on the road.
Mm-hmm. With that being said, people, that is the end of the episode. Game starts in 30 minutes. And happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Happy Mother's Day. We hope you're enjoying time with your family. Just be safe. Have some good food and watch the Spurs game. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Experience YouTube channel. Currently at 213. So let's get those numbers up. And listen to the other shows that are on the channel, like The Experience every Wednesday, Friendly Neighborhood Marks with me and RJ, Lunches with Punches with me and Joe. And you can also hear the audio portions of this on Spotify. So I will definitely put this up on Spotify pretty soon. And with that being said, have a good day, people. And go Spurs, go.
Yes, sir. Take it easy.
Go Spurs, go.